All right, guys. I was going to go to the Tulsa record store today, but my back's been bothering me, and I was kind of late getting off. I just didn't really feel like going. I'll catch the one in Oklahoma City. It'll be the same people. Uh, I can't remember when it is. I think it's next month in November 2024. But anyway, uh, I went to my local hometown thrift store. There's really only a couple here in my hometown, and this one I go to is called Mike's Club. And for every $10 you spend at Mike's Club, you get one of these dollar off deal, one Mike buck when you come back. Well, somebody from Texas, the story goes, uh, brought up, or he acquired literally thousands. He doesn't know how many thousands of records. This guy's wife basically said, I want them out of the house now, or you go. That's the story that I heard. And so I have flipped through these records a lot. And every time I do, he doesn't get anything new in. But every time I do, I find things that I didn't see before. I think he must get some CDs from time to time because I did get a stack of CDs. And I think some of them I might have seen before. But these records, seems like I see them and I look and maybe I pass through them or something. I just don't know. But I went ahead and bought some vinyl today locally instead of going to the records show in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's an hour and a half drive. I just did literally seriously just didn't feel like it. My back is just killing me. I messed it up at work yesterday and been trying to kind of stay relaxed a little bit today and not do a whole lot. So here's what we have, and all the vinyl's in okay shape. It's not too bad. And I'm going to open one of them up because one of them's still sealed. I'm going to open it up here on this video when we get to it. So here's what I got. A Musical Trip with George Burns. You guys remember old George Burns? Not in great shape, but the album is in okay shape. And it's got that notch out of it, so I don't know if that was because it was on discount or if it was a promo. It's not, doesn't have promo on there anywhere. 1972. Here's the back of that one. He talks about 8-track right here at the bottom. And cassette stereo tapes by Buddha Records. Buddha Records. There's the tracks. Now, he was a funny guy. I remember a few things, seen him on TV, probably some reruns or something, but definitely know who he is. Here's a Vladimir Horowitz. Again, it's a Dutch gramophone, which I have always thought their CDs and albums were great recordings. They have their whole entire catalog. But anyway, piano player. Where we go? The studio recordings, New York, 1985. He was definitely well up there in age then. We go from piano concertos to Olivia Newton-John. Is she gorgeous? Olivia Newton-John. Totally hot. I totally agree. Cool lady. It's going to be a good listen to. There's the tracks on it. I've got one other Jean-Luc Ponty album. And here's the second one, Storytelling. I think I got the other one from that same thrift store, but I didn't see this one, I guess. It's all right. Backside here. Somebody made some notes or changed catalog numbers or something or other. Who knows where this was at eventually before I got it. But he's says Jean-Luc Ponty, 5-string violin, clavier, synthesizer. Got a band that has Jamie Glasser for guitar, Baron Brownie for bass, and a guest musician that kind of caught my eye, Grover Washington Jr. So I'll be listening to that. I listened to a couple of tracks of the Outlaws, Lady in Waiting. This is a gatefold. Can't tell you really who it reminded me of. Kind of Leonard Skinner-ish, I guess you'd say. I don't want to put two bands that are totally different in the same category, but the one song I listened to kind of reminded me of that, kind of a southern rockish kind of thing, maybe. I don't know. When I listen to the whole thing, we shall find out. I may not like it at all. This one I'd never heard of before, but the guitar made me look like I did like a triple take. It's a Gibson Standard Les Paul guitar, and it's Spirit, called Future Games and Magical. What is that? Kahuna? A Magical Kahuna Dream. So I don't know about this. I listened to about a minute or two of a song. The guitar sounded pretty cool, so I thought, well, I'm gonna buy it and check it out. I'll spin it for you guys. But there he is. Original motion picture soundtrack, White Nights. White Nights. It's got Gregory Hines and this dude right here, Mikhail Baryshnikov. Both of them are tap dancers. This one here, songs by Ira and George Gershwin. And we have Joan Morris, William Bolcom piano. None Such label. It's not been opened, or it's been opened and been resealed, one or the other. There's the piano player and the singer. So we're going to open that. Let's open it up real quick and see if it's actually never been opened or just been resealed. I don't keep shrink wrap on albums, even new albums. All right, so let's check this out real quick. Okay, wow. It's one of those kind of a static guard type of things. Let's see. Wow, amazing. A needle has never touched this album or a fingerprint. There's some dust, dirt from the manufacturer. Easily come off. I don't think that. Let's see. Nope. It's just been, no telling, thrown around, box to box, whatever, original liner notes. And this is from 1978. Don't find too many of those. 1978. Even though it's George and Ira Gershwin, which I do like George and Ira Gershwin stuff. I like the musical part of it. And then the last of the albums that I purchased was, and I did listen to a couple of tracks on YouTube on this, but Tony Mottola and his orchestra. These are not from 1962, and the albums look brand new. They're all gatefold. Tells about them, what's going on here. And Roman guitar is that's volume 2. I listened to a couple from Roman Guitar Volume 1 and on YouTube, and I thought, well, I'll just buy this whole, whatever they had. I don't know what, I haven't looked up to see how many's in this series. And I just bought whatever they had there. They're all right there together. Country and Western and sentimental guitar, and there's the Roman guitar. I listened to a couple of tracks of it. He's a jazz guitarist. They classify him on the internet, Wikipedia and Discogs and all that, as a jazz guitarist. So we'll see. 1962, really in pretty darn good shape for 1962, in my opinion. And the albums look all brand new. So I'll be listening to those. And the CDs I purchased, didn't really find anything that wasn't out of the ordinary, really. But I guess there's some jazz CDs. There's 50s love songs. It's kind of cool. Mantovani, instrumental favorites. You see a lot of Mantovani stuff at thrift stores, albums, whatnot. There's 5 of these supposed to be in the set. They only had 3. I don't even know anything about them. I didn't listen to them. I just thought they were different. The back says explores the beautiful, haunting sounds of Native American music, evoking the feeling of peace and a stronger connection to the rhythms of Mother Earth. So I like Native American flutes and stuff. I used to have a few, actually. Messed around with that. This is kind of another series that I've seen in this particular thrift store on that black and white print. Jazz for Quiet Times. There's an Enya CD that I found. There's another one of those out of that series, that Jazz for When You're Alone. Jazz for a Lazy Day. The Essential Michael Bolton. I'm not really excited about this one, although it's on a CD. I wish it was on an album. The Best of Roberta Flack. And Queen of the Damned, if you're into Anne Rice books, the vampire books and her witch books. Netflix has showed the Witches of Mayfair, I think, or the Mayfair Witches, I guess what they call the books from Anne Rice. Really creepy books. I've read all of them. And then the Interview with the Vampire series. This was I think the last book, Queen of the Damned. So I'm kind of interested in seeing how this sounds. Found some 45s. I never find 45s at thrift stores that have the correct outer sleeves on them. Anyway, look at there. The Gambler, Kenny Rogers. And Queen, We Will Rock You. And I also found a little gem that I could not find the jacket to, but I've got some blank jackets. I'm going to put this in and save it. It is barely, there's a few little bitty scratches. I mean, it's not even going to affect the playability at all. I cannot believe it was laying in the middle of a bunch of old albums. There you go. Happy Jack, The Who. Be looking forward to spinning that. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it on here in just a minute. You all take care. Bye.